actually, like, I know I've said this before, but this time we're actually going to be completing, or at least starting, right? Well, no, we should be completing in Hushed Whispers. I'm not as tired as I was yesterday, which is great, because I was pretty tired. I'm still adjusting to a new job schedule and all that. Sorry, I've got friends texting me. Wait, it's time to do in Hush Whispers. It's time to finally recruit the mages and just like take that leap into the abyss. Oh wait, no, the abyss comes later. My bad. There we go.
What have your ears heard, Leliana? Anything new we don't already know about?
Ooh,
No.
chatting.
Nothing.
Nothing helpful.
We don't have the manpower to take the castle. Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Redcliffe is in the hands of a magister. This cannot be allowed to stand.
The letter from Alexius asked for the Herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
Isn't that kind of him? What does Alexius say about me? He's so complimentary that we are certain he wants to kill you.
Comforting.
Not this again.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults. If you go in there, you'll die. And we'll lose the only means we have of closing these rifts. I won't allow it.
And if we don't
gotta
even
be
try
super
to
sneaky.
meet Alexius, we lose the mages and leave a hostile foreign power on our doorstep.
Even if we could assault the keep, it would be for naught. An Orlesian Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied.
The
Well, we're
magister
stuck.
Has outplayed us.
Nope.
The Magister's son, Felix, told me Alexius is in a cult that's obsessed with me. I doubt they'll graciously receive our apologies and go about their business. They
Yeah.
will remain a threat, and a powerful one, unless we act.
We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a solution.
We need a way inside.
Where is the Earl of Redcliffe? I'm sure he'd help us get his castle back.
After he was displaced, Arl Tegan rode straight for Dunnerin to petition the crown for help. I doubt he'll want our assistance once the Ferelden army lays siege to his castle.
Wait. There is a secret passage into the castle, an escape route.
You
for
just
families.
don't remember
It's
this?
too narrow for our troops, but we could send agents through.
Too risky. Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magister.
Send me
That's why
through.
we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants so badly.
While they're focused
Super
on the valley,
sneaky.
we break the Magister's defenses. It could work, but it's a huge risk.
Best plan we have so far.
Fortunately, you'll have help.
Oh,
This
look.
man says he has information about the Magister and his methods, Commander.
Dorian!
Your spies
Just,
will
we
never
have really
get past
crappy
Alexius's
security.
magic without my help. So if you're going after him, I'm coming along.
The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this.
And they just ignore
You
him.
can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to you.
I want to play the bait. Because I want mages! All of the mages. Well, obviously I have to take Dorian with me, so that means, Cassandra, Iron Bow. This should be funny. As long as I don't have what happened the last time where I fell off a ledge and Iron Bow came out to stand in place just perfect where every time I reappeared at the side, he shoved me off the ledge again. So I was in this endless cycle of death that I literally could not get out of without going back to the previous save. It didn't send me back too far, but it was one of those things of like, come on, Bull, you're murdering me. And it was like just so perfectly timed that I couldn't switch to another character. Yes, I'm going for
The
intimidation.
Magister's invitation was for Mistress Llewellyn and no one else. You lot wait here.
They're my negotiators.
They have to accompany me. You wouldn't deprive me of my attachés, would you?
Don't fight me on this, child. I'm a mage. I can crush your mind without even touching you. Those masks are very ominous. Yeah, I forgot I did give
My Lord
Cassandra
Magister,
the shield that
the
looks like a
agents of the
broken piece of
Inquisition
pottery.
have arrived.
My friend,
You still have a
it's so
stupid
good
hat.
to see you again. And your associates, of course. I'm sure we can work out some arrangement that is equitable to all parties.
Are we mages to have no voice in deciding our fate?
Fiona, you would not have
Fiona.
turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their lives.
That's a bad decision.
Of course she trusts you, Alexius. I'm sure lots of people put their lives in your hands. You have one of those faces.
Yes, the
Snark.
Magisterium tells me that so often. Shall we begin our talks?
The mages are in a very crappy situation. Oh, and look, it's Felix.
The Inquisition needs mages to close the breach, and I have them. So, what shall you offer in exchange?
Don't bother. I know that you invited me here to kill me.
If you believe that, I marvel
Straightforward.
that you chose to come anyway.
She knows everything, Father.
Felix,
Good boy, Felix.
what have you done?
The right thing.
Your son is concerned that you're involved in something terrible.
So speaks the thief. Do you think you can turn my son
I'm
against
not a
me?
thief.
You walk into my stronghold with your stolen mark, a gift you don't even understand, and think you're in control.
What's this about a stolen? What are you talking about?
You're nothing but a mistake.
If I'm a mistake, what exactly was the breach supposed to accomplish?
It was to be a triumphant moment for the Elder One, for this world.
Father,
That's
listen
ominous.
to yourself. Do you know what you sound like?
A madman?
Sounds exactly like the sort of villainous cliche everyone expects us to be.
Dorian!
Dorian, I gave you a chance to be a part of this. You turned me down.
Hey, we
The
have
Elder
matching
One has
stats.
power you would not believe. He will raise the Imperium from its own ashes.
Blah, blah. My cult is better than yours. I've heard it 1,000 times.
Well, you know, it's a chance for the Imperium to really one-up that whole starting the Blight thing.
He will make the world
All
bow
of
to
the
mages
snark
once more.
and sass.
We will rule from
So
the
it's like the
boiling ocean
perfect
to the frozen
power
sea.
couple friendship.
You can't involve my people in this.
Alexius, this is exactly what you and I talked about never wanting to happen. Why would you support this?
Stop it, Father. Give up the Venatori. Let the Southern Mages fight the breach, and let's go home.
No, it's the only way, Felix. He can save you.
Save me?
There is a way. The Elder One promised. If I undo the mistake at the temple,
I'm
He'll
going
save
to
his
die.
son.
You need to accept that.
seize them, Venatori. The Elder One demands this woman's life.
Hey,
Your
look,
men
our
are
friends are
dead,
here.
Alexius.
You are a mistake. You should never have existed.
Ooh. Well, that went sideways. Is it think that was sideways? Magic is weird when it does things like that. Especially when you smack something in the middle of a spell.
blood of the Elder One. Where'd they come from?
Yep, that went poorly. And it happened to me and Dorian. Also, I also just really like this one as opposed to the Temple one because you literally see what is in store.
Interesting. It's probably not what Alexius intended. The rift must have moved us to what? The closest confluence of arcane energy?
Aw, little mage nerd.
We were in the castle hall.
Let's see. If we're still in the castle, it isn't. Oh, of course, it's not simply where, it's when. Alexius used the amulet as a focus. It moved us through time.
What?
Moved us through time? Can that even be done?
Normally, I would say no. Obviously, Alexius has taken his research to exciting new heights.
If y'all are hearing any crunching noises,
his
it's because I
temporal
have
rifts
candy
before.
and I'm snacking on it.
This time we simply
I can get away with it while I'm
passed
gaming.
through one. Let's look around, see where the rift took us. Then we can figure out how to get back. If we can.
What was Alexius trying to do?
I believe his original plan was to remove you from time completely. If that
I feel like that
happened,
would break the universe.
you'd never have been at the Temple of Sacred Ashes or mangled his Elder One's plan. I think your surprise in the castle hall made him reckless. He tossed us into the rift before he was ready. I countered it. The magic went wild, and here we are. Make sense?
No?
It just seems so insane.
I don't even want to think about what this will do to the fabric of the world. We didn't travel through time so much as punch a hole through it and toss it into the privy. But don't worry. I'm here. I'll protect you.
I love Dorian.
There were others in the hall. Could they have been drawn through the rift?
I doubt it was large enough to bring the whole room through. Alexius wouldn't risk catching himself or Felix in it. They're probably still where and when we left them. In some sense, anyway.
Yeah, we haven't gone forward with that far
Alexius
either.
mentioned an Elder One in the hall. Do you know who he was talking about?
Leader of the Venatori, I suspect. Some magister aspiring to godhood. It's the same old tune. Let's play with magic we don't understand. It will make us incredibly powerful.
He's
Evidently,
very
it doesn't matter if you rip
realistic
apart the
and
fabric of time
very
in the process.
level-headed about what's going on here.
You have a plan to get us back, I hope.
I have some thoughts on that. They're lovely thoughts. Like little jewels.
Oh my gosh, I love Dorian. Yeah. Big part of like why I love this so much is you see what happens if you lose. And that is just so cool. Wrong button. There's probably gonna be another thing around here somewhere. But yeah, there's just red lyrium everywhere. Stockades. I believe that's probably a Tevinter god. Oh, look. These change. Also, lots of skeletons here. This music is perfect. Okay, this door.
Andraste blessed me, Andraste blessed me. My tears are my sins, my sins, my sins. Andraste guide me, Andraste guide me.
Aww. He broke in. There's just so much death and Destruction everywhere. Ooh, sack. No, loot sack. What's up this way? This is one time I admit. Slightly regret being a mage. It's because I am squishy. Oh shoot. Okay, that was good timing. For a second it sounded like he said, "Take that, you elf." And I was about to take offense to you, Dorian. Alright, what's through this door? So we've got a hallway. Super creepy. No idea where I am. I think I went back where I started. I probably did. Oops. How about this door?
The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next. For she who trusts in the Maker, fire is her water.
Oh, hey, found someone. Cassandra.
Return to us. Can it be? Has Andraste given us another chance? Maker, forgive me. I failed you. I failed everyone. The end must truly be upon us if the dead return to life.
Not dead.
I'm not back from the dead, Cassandra. I just got... Well, this is hard to explain.
I was there. The Magister obliterated you with a gesture.
Alexius sent us forward in time. If we find him, we may be able to return to the present.
Go back in time.
Never have disappeared.
Then can you make it so that none of this ever took place?
That's my hope.
Alexius is master. After you died, we could not stop the Elder One from rising. Empress Celine was murdered. The army that swept in afterwards...
She's been tainted in some way, I think, by the Red
Nothing stopped them. Nothing.
We'll stop all that from happening. I promise.
Maker, guide us all.
I have Cassandra back. Loot. Okay, that's all I can get in here. This way.
300 bottles of beer on the wall. 300 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around.
That's one way to keep yourself entertainable. All I'm finding is disciple staffs. Yo.
You're not dead. You're supposed to be dead. There was a burn on the ground and everything.
Alexius
Sorry to
didn't
disappoint
kill
you.
us. His spell sent us through time. This is our future.
Well, it's my present, and in my past, I definitely saw you both die.
We're going to fight Alexius and see about fixing all this. You coming?
Why? You want to see what other tricks he's learned?
If we find him, we might be able to get back to our own time and stop all this before it happens. Exciting, yes?
Kill Alexius. Sounds good. Let's go.
I don't think
Magister's in his throne room. Vince say he locked himself in.
probably did. Is there like nothing down here I need to check out? not about as clear as mud. I don't know what is. Pardon me. No, this is back where we all started. Yeah, okay. Sorry, it's a little befuddling getting around here. Okay, I already found who was there. Okay, I've searched everything there. Now to search everything on this side. Does not seem to be anyone in here. There's lots of skeletons and lots of red lyrium everywhere. I haven't found. Okay, here we go. There she is.
You're
Fiona.
Alive. I saw you disappear into the rift.
Is that red lyrium growing from your body? How?
The longer
That's disturbing.
you're near it, eventually you become this. Then they mine your corpse for more.
That's
Can you tell us
disturbing.
the date? It's very important.
Harvest Mir. 942 Dragon.
That makes sense.
Then we've missed an entire year.
I'm here now. No matter what, I'll drive them all back to Tevinter.
Not Tevinter. Alexius serves the Elder One, more powerful than the Maker. No one challenges him and lives.
He hasn't met me yet.
That magister's going to regret he didn't just kill me.
Our only hope is to find the amulet that Alexius used to send us here. If it still exists, I can use it to reopen the rift at the exact spot we left. Maybe.
Good.
Maybe.
I said maybe. It might also turn us into paste.
You
Comforting.
must try. Your spy master, Leliana. She is here. Find her. Quickly. Before the Elder One learns you're here.
I want to be able to save Fiona. But I will save Fiona. I'm going to. Okay. Up. And...
If red lyrium is an infection, Maker, why is it coming out of the walls?
I'm sure you want to find out.
We have warriors, guys! It's great! Leave my people alone. You've done enough to them.
Yeah, I needed a good fight.
Just like old times.
You say that like Will's been with us forever. He hasn't been with us all that long yet. Loot. I'm getting a lot of... Ooh. Oh, that's comforting. Corpse. Praise his name who is risen from the darkness. Praise his name who is striven for the light. Praise his name who has walked the golden city. Praise his name. The old gods are no more, the maker never was, and the new god is among us. Praise his name. Oh, so, fun fact, definitely talking about Corypheus. I didn't bring a rogue. That was dumb. Oh, awesome. Yusuf, I should have. Next time, remind me before I delve into the new supply cache. Make sure I'm out of everything first. Oh. Oh my. Oh.
There is no maker. The Elder One has taken all that is his and will soon rule from his city.
That still doesn't make him a god.
Ah! There is no god but the Elder One. The Maker is dead. Say it.
Fire! Getting out of the way. Bull! Ow. Whoops. I'm gonna... Just die already.
Cassandra is hurt.
Bring me back. Give me my body back. Die! You know what? You know what? Bull, come back and finish this fool for me. Just
To find peace at the Maker's side.
don't you just love it when the dead character says something? Alright, okay, can't get more stuff. Okay. Okay, I'm just trying to get rid of stuff. God, some of that stuff is great. Oh, I couldn't save her. Dang it. surprised there was still anyone left alive.
How Lavella knew of the sacrifice at the temple.
Never.
Found her! Oh. Oh, she looks terrible.
I will die first. Or you will.
Well,
You're alive.
that was helpful. Liliana's always been incredibly resourceful.
You're safe now. Forget safe. If you came back from the dead, you need to do better than safe. You need to end this. Do you have weapons? Good. The Magister's probably in his chambers.
You aren't curious how we got here?
No.
Nope.
Alexius sent us into the future. This, his victory, his Elder One, it was never meant to be.
I need to find Alexius and reverse the spell.
If
So
we
it
can
never
get back
happened.
to our present time, we can prevent this future from ever happening.
And mages always wonder why people fear them. No one should have this power.
It's dangerous and unpredictable. Before the breach, nothing we did.
Enough. This is all pretend to you. Some future you hope will never exist. I suffered. The whole world suffered. It was real.
This was Liliana who's just
What
too
happened
much.
while we were away?
Stop talking.
I'm just asking for information.
No, you're talking to fill silence. Nothing happened that you want to hear.
Oh, look at all these. Don't you just love how he decorates? Seriously, this dudes.
We need to find Alexius. I'm sure he'll be in the nicer part of the castle, if there is one.
Oh, hi. Okay, just leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Bam. Yeah, take it. Well, now we kind of have a road, technically. Not enough health potions. Die, ghosties. Okay, there we go. Now we can close the rift. Got this. So yeah, magic time travel. It's a thing. And Alexius lives in a building where there are corpses littering hallways.
The Magister needs more power for his rituals.
No!
Come forth and serve the...
Look, oh great. Shade.
Why does everything they do with magic have to be so creepy?
Seriously. Also, look. Blood sacrifice. It's just delightful. I know a lot of people that like to play as Blood Mage, but I'm just like, I gotta wait first. No. Drink. Drink. Now restock. Use what you got before you restock. Don't be like me and only remember that you should probably do that after you've restocked. There's just red lyrium everywhere. The only thing that can make this a little cooler is if there was sort of a singing sound.
The breach, it's...
Everywhere.
The Elder One and his Venator. They are the ones who opened the breach.
I don't need to be in the middle of everything. Yeah. I need to add some upgraded spells. This is also a big part of why you want to do some level grinding a bit before you get to this part. There's a lot of things trying to kill you. Dorian? Okay, there you are. Let's say, where did you go? Look! Upside down floaty buildings. This looks like a fantasy world. Like a very, very magic heavy fantasy. Bull, please refrain from bringing the demons closer. It's not helpful. Okay, let's get a bird's eye view. Closer, closer. Let me disturb them. Okay, fine, let's... Maybe if we sneak around up here? Okay. Honestly, I don't know why we just don't just nope straight past all these demons. But it's okay, cause the world is literally falling apart. It just takes a year.
No!
It was an act of courage. He knew there was no other way to resist. He resisted that demon to the last.
Connor! I'm sad. Spellbinder's Journal. With every failed spell, the magister grows a bit more paranoid, or perhaps it's not really paranoia, since the Elder One really will kill him for his failures. Distinction hardly matters. After the 10th failure, he began locking himself in the Great Hall during his waking hours. After the 20th, he had the foot soldiers excavate a shard doorway from parts unknown and painstakingly install it in the castle. Now his most trusted assistants can only see him if we go all at once together, which we must do twice a day to bring him meals, as he never leaves the room at all. Alexi's journal. It's final entry. Nothing works. I've tried countless times to go back before the conclave explosion. Before Felix's caravan was attacked by a dark spawn. Before the Venatori first arrived in Menrathis without success. The breach is the wellspring which makes this which makes this magic possible, and travel outside of its timeline is impossible. The Elder Ones demand that I change the events of the Conclave can never be fulfilled. He may kill me for failing him, but I must protect Felix from his wrath. Ooh. New toy? Never mind, that's weaker than the one I have. Brian's blood vial? Is that what I did? Okay.
What became of Felix? Do you know?
Yes, I know.
And you're not going to tell me?
You'll find out soon enough.
Potion. 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 Restock. Alright. So that means we're getting some. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah, I don't want this attention. Awesome, we've got jerks with bows and arrows, demons, and I'm dead. Dorian! Yeah, dear. You're the best, Dorian. Throwing archers at me, mage, and demons. Still didn't work.
This is the way to the main hall. Alexius will likely be there.
What in Andraste's name is that? Hold on to it. I want to look at it later.
I had my phone tucked next to my side and it just vibrated, and that really tickled. Alright, there's gotta be more of those. the way I'm supposed to go. Let's see what's the other ways. Okay, looks like they're all ways forward. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Okay, health potions. Supply cache. Where am I supposed to be going exactly? Oh. Okay, so follow them. Please, the purple was this way? Yes. The purple's where we go to find shards. Which means killing people.
Are they free? Try to take the place from guys.
Next time, say something sooner. Ow. Oh, I'm in a... No, bad idea. Guys, I'm exposed! Liliana? Okay, game.
Doesn't look like the Elder One is interested in saving his followers.
Nope. Why would he be? They have served their purpose. Ooh, someone had money on him. What's up here? There was no point in coming up here. Alright, so... Now where? Ooh, stuff. Nothing worth it. Well, sorry I interrupted your prayers, guys. I just needed to eviscerate you from existence. Alright, now to pretend like we're going to the throne room. Okay. Thank you. What's up this way? Ha. Which means there's more shards to be found over here.
We can get that Vint with the book if we sneak up on him.
What were you saying, Bo?
Coming up the stairs!
Oh, ow, ow. Dang it. Dorian? Help. Thanks. Are you kidding me? Again? Oh my gosh. Same spell. Alright, one of you.
I could really go for some light reading.
You? Anything worth it? Schematics are nice. Okay. Let's try this new armor. Oh yeah. I have enchanter mail now, guys. I have awesome armor. And it's all kind of floofy around the legs. Yeah, I've got better weapons. Okay. Who's next? Okay, now we're back on the same level. Alright. Now to continue completely ignoring where I'm supposed to go. It's this way.
How much damage did Alexis' spell do?
Rifts tore apart all of southern Thedas, starting here. But whether that's his doing or the breach, who can say?
Let's just say it's all him. It's all his fault. I mean, he broke time. Oh. I think I just got the schematic to a nice weapon. Gonna hide back here. Yes, please ignore me. Leave me alone. Yo, Bull. Oh, treat. Huh. Discerning light. Introduction of light to prisoner yields no discernible pattern. Disease progresses erratically. Some subjects die within hours. Despite all efforts, others show no symptoms at all. Subjects may harbor some natural resistance, which makes isolation and testing a priority. A later entry follows. 6 more subjects died. Transfusion of blood from resistance prisoners slow the rate of corruption only slightly. And implant. Oh, okay. In cases where implantation is successful, black corruption spreads across donor flesh faster than host flesh. Prisoner Liliana has been the most useful source of resistant blood and skin to date. Oh, that's just... Sorry, Liliana. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I guess... Yo, both. Wait, do I have power-ups available? I think I do. Ooh, Stormbringer. Well, I'm fighting, lightning happens. I think I'm going to have you be... You and cold. Nah. Fire. Fire and spirit. I forgot Cassandra. Oh. Wait, can I? I guess those are the only ones that can be labeled. Bull. Smash. Bull. Stop standing in doorways. Alright, fine. It's the farthest I can get. And I can't go that way. Move. Move, guys. Stop just stopping in front of me.
There might be a better way in.
Yeah.
Kill the enchanter!
I'm just gonna... Dorian? Night? Night? Ha. Got him!
Sorry for interrupting your dinner.
So polite. Alright, just got one shard left. Oh, what's up this way? Cool stuff? Or is this just... This is just a good place. If you want to shoot people. Awesome. Oh. Everyone have potion? Okay. All stocked up. we're stealing. Okay. Time to back. Where did I come in? Door. Backtracking. Okay, just keep going till we find where I'm actually supposed to be going. That thing I've been avoiding like the plague. Yeah, I've already gone. Have I gone up that staircase? Is there something over here that I haven't gone up? Yeah, no, that's the one I came down. Never mind.
Maker's breath. Where did Alexius find this? How did he even move it here?
Can we open it?
Perhaps. But it looks quite strong. How desperate and paranoid must he be? Servants must have a way through. He has to eat. Let's look around.
Yeah, I'm looking. I need one more. What's this? What's this? Nope. Part guys. Thank you. Unless I mean, I kill people on my way here, right? Oh, they're not gonna make me backtrack this far to get it. I missed something down this way. Ooh, let's not kill my health, shall we? Ooh, that was fun. Maybe you have? No, I've already... Unless there's more than one in here. I've already checked in here. Ah.
What happened here? Find Alexius. That's all that matters.
Huh. I've been in here before. Except I don't think I could open that last time. Shard? No. Useful. Not useful. Seriously. I just need one more shard. Is it over here? Oh, they just have a lot of sledgehammers. Like, a lot of sledgehammers. Huh. Oh yeah. I mean, it kind of looks like it's got a bunch of twigs and tissue paper tied to the top, but oh yeah.
Let's head back to the main hall. I think I know how we'll open that door.
Yep. Got it. I found it. That's why you loot everything. Because otherwise you're not getting anywhere. Actually, this is not the first door like this we encounter. Ha! Oh, look!
Look at what you've done, Alexius. All this suffering. And for what?
For my country, for my son. But it means nothing now. I knew you would appear again. Not that it would be now, but I knew I hadn't destroyed you. My final failure.
Was it worth it? Everything you
So,
did to the
Felix
world,
isn't
to
dead.
yourself.
He's just
It
probably
doesn't matter
been
now.
driven mad by the
All
blood.
we can do is wait for the end.
It does matter. I will undo this.
How many times have I tried? The past cannot be undone. All that I fought for, all that
No,
I
you see him,
betrayed.
he's like
what
hunched
have I
over
wrought?
like a little animal.
Ruin and death, that is nothing else. The Elder One comes for me, for you, for us all. Felix.
It looks like a corpse.
Maker's breath, Alexius. What have you done?
He would have died, Dorian. I saved him.
How?
Please, don't hurt my son. I'll do anything you ask.
Hand over the amulet and we let him go.
Let him go and I swear you'll get what you want.
I want the world back.
Liliana!
No!
Oh, great. Well. I feel like I should have made a better choice. Oh, look! You can see this weird time thingies happening. Well. Oh, that was Liliana. Oh. Shoot. Iron Bull. Oh, that's a lot of demons. Liliana. We don't murder. Yeah, to make your life better, just tell Liliana.
So much for the mighty! Victory is impossible!
Shucks. Fire. remember trying to negotiate with someone. Please don't kill his son.
Your death will be my apology.
Stop spitting demons at me. No, no. Oh no. Well, first off, you leave me alone. No, no, no. So much regret. Disrupt. Okay, close the rift. Fireball, fireball, fireball.
So much for the mighty Inquisition!
I need to get better cold spells. Oh boy. Hi, hi, hi. Just go away. Sorry, Dorian.
He wanted to die, didn't he? All those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago. Didn't even notice. Oh, Alexius.
This Alexius was too far gone, but the Alexius in our time might still be reasoned with.
Oh, yeah, you can reason with them. Oh,
This
hi.
is the same amulet he used before.
What
I think
level
it's
am
the
I?
same one we made in Minrath.
That's a good question.
That's a relief.
I have
Give
no
me an
idea.
hour to work out the spell he used, and I should be able to reopen the rift.
An hour? That's impossible. You must go now.
Oh yeah. Someone's noticed that we're here. And someone's unhappy that we're here.
When he'd show. We'll head out front. Keep them off your tail.
No, I won't let you commit suicide.
Look at us. We're already dead. The only way we live is if this day never comes. Cast your spell. You have as much time as I have hours.
Friends, don't die.
Though darkness closes, I am shielded by flame.
Oh, that's
guide me.
Cassandra now.
Maker, take me to your side.
You move, and we all die!
Oh, this is so hard to watch. Go, Liliana! Well, that never happened.
You'll have to do better than that.
I'm done. I give up.
Is that the best you've got?
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix.
It's going to be all right, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
At least he'll die on his own terms, in his own mind. You have a very
I'm
stupid
glad that's over with.
What is... Oh.
Or not.
Grand
That's fine.
Enchanter, imagine how surprised I was to learn you'd given Redcliffe Castle away to a Tevinter magister.
Hi, Alistair.
King Alistair.
Especially since I'm fairly sure Redcliffe belongs to Arl Tegan.
Your Majesty, we never intended...
I know what you intended. I wanted to help you. But you've made it impossible. You and your followers are no longer welcome in Ferelden.
But we have hundreds who need protection. Where will we go?
Help
the
us.
Inquisition might be willing to take in the mages.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
Hopefully better than what Alexius gave you. The Inquisition is better than that, yes?
I know you are a
Yeah.
mage, but consider how these rebels have acted. They must be conscripted, not coddled.
It seems
They were an
we have
impossible
little
situation.
choice but to accept whatever you offer.
We would be honored to have you fight as allies at the Inquisition's side.
We'll discuss
Allies.
this later.
I'll
She
pray that
eventually
the
gets
rest of
over
the
it and feels
Inquisition
better about
honors
it.
your promise then.
The breach threatens all of Thedas. We cannot afford to be divided now. We can't fight it without you. Any chance of success requires your full support.
I'd take that offer if I were you. One way or another,
Everyone's
you're
pissed at me,
leaving.
but I don't care. Oh, it's so hard
We
for
accept.
her
It would be madness not to.
hear that from him,
I will
because you
gather
find
my
out
people
later,
and ready them
basically,
for the journey to Haven.
that's Alistair's
The
mom.
breach will be closed. You will not regret giving us this chance.
That's why it's like, I can't ever since I've realized that you do have to kill her if you don't side with the mages. I'm like, I can't do that. Not again. Not after all she's been through. And loading.
It's not a matter for debate. There will be abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance, it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
We need them to close the breach. It's not going to work if we make enemies of them.
I know we need them for the breach, but they could do as much damage as the demons themselves.
Stop
You
treating
were
them
there,
like they're
Seeker.
about to turn
Why
into a
didn't you
demon.
intervene?
While I may not completely agree with the decision, I support it. The
Aw.
sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. And here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
I got a
Yep.
taste of the consequences if we fail. Let's make sure we don't.
We
Because
will
that was
not
horrible.
fail.
That was terrible.
You should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
One battle at a time. It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the war room. Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
I'd be honored.
Thank you. I'd be honored to help with the plan.
Meet
Let's
us there
be
when
the
you're ready.
not snarky.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
I love Dorian.
I must admit I'm surprised.
We both saw what could happen, what this Elder One and his cult are trying to do. Not everything from Tevinter is terrible. Some of us have fought for eons against this sort of madness. It's my duty to
proves
stand
that
with you.
there's good from there.
That future will not come to pass.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with, future or present.
Excellent choice. But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yeah?
Yes, let's not.
I'll begin preparations to march on the summit. Make her willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
Oh, I'm sure they will. It's just what comes afterwards. Time to wander around talking to people.
Your open support for the mages likely earned you enemies.
Yep.
Our agents will monitor the situation. If the most opposed can be identified, we may still turn this to our advantage.
You're always looking for some way to benefit, aren't you?
It's what I'm here for. Regardless, I applaud you for the courage to stand up for the mages.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
It was still a sacrifice, and still noble.
And I would do it again.
Anything I should know?
Altegan has returned to Redcliffe Castle and resumed his duties as Lord. The people are returning, slowly but surely. Unfortunately, our show of support for the mages has angered many.
Of
I'll
course
leave you
it
to your
has.
work.
Eric!
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's a twist I didn't see coming.
You're
One
welcome.
thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad. But Red Lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my Red Lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
Ugh.
How long does it take
It's
for
not
Red
good.
Lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
The Inquisition has the numbers to track down all this lyrium and destroy it.
I
We
hope
will,
so.
eventually.
I don't want to think about what happens if it starts a plague. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
That's a good point. We should celebrate. A banquet. Something like a banquet.
Word to Josephine, and I bet she could arrange anything. Things should
She
be calm
could.
around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's
I
about
will.
to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
Yep. By stabbing her dagger into something because she's angry. She gets very stabby when she's trying to make a point. Hi.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Calaphire. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
What is he gonna be about? Oh, I love that new outfit. It's perfect.
It never ends, evidently.
You don't need to tell me that.
I just don't know who told them I'm the one to yell at. Is it that bad?
Hi, Mom. I got the
The
mages
mages
on our
are here
side.
as equals.
There's
They
weird
need
time
to get
travel
used
magic.
to what that means. It is your doing, after all.
This
You
is
created
Cassandra.
this alliance.
And that's me. We got a couple people. It's been pretty
I had
quiet,
to
but
think
it's
on
been
my
nice.
feet, and I did what I could.
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made.
Yeah, she
And
sounds so
here we
much more
are.
accepting given
I
the
wish
fact
I
that
could
she
say this was
greatly
my doing.
disapproved.
I am rather clever, aren't I?
Close the breach. Then I'll agree with you.
Yeah. Stick in the mud. Wrong direction. This way. Alright, just how angry are you at me?
The mages are ready to approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
Oh, he's not upset with me.
You weren't happy with how I brought in the mages. Do you have a problem with me as well?
He has a good reason to be not thrilled about
I have
mages.
no intention of endangering your alliance, but I must ensure the safety of those here.
He
That
was
concern
watching a bunch of
extends to
mages
the
when they all
They'll
turned
put
into
themselves at risk
abominations
for
and basically
Inquisition, as
tortured
you.
him for a couple of
Any
days.
precautions taken are meant to aid you, nothing more. I hope
He's
you
had a rough
accept
time.
it as such.
Is there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the charges on our side. All's men are professionals, despite evidence to the contrary.
Mom's playing her game. And I'm playing
That's all
mine.
for now.
I'm sure you have other matters.
It's the word stat game that I gave up on a long time ago because I prefer having battery on my phone.
Good day to you.
My battery lasts longer than your battery, even without the word stack. Well, even with the word
There was
stack.
never going to be an easy answer to the mage dilemma. What you did for the mages took courage. You gave them a chance. Everyone deserves one.
You forget. I'm a mage, guys. You see this giant staff on my back? Stop being shocked that I like mages.
Inquisitor?
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I expected more. More men, better equipment. You may have Andraste's favor, but wars are won by men, soldiers.
You wanna maybe help somehow?
Brute force is not always the answer. There are plenty of other paths to victory.
True enough. Still, it never hurts to be prepared. One thing I will say about your men. They're passionate, devoted. You inspire them. Build on that foundation, and you will have an army that makes nations tremble.
It does.
You must have some feelings about our friends.
Have you seen the stories Varric's been writing? His descriptions of me are colourful, to say the least.
That is not surprising, because it's Varric.
What do you think about all this trouble between the mages and Templars?
Looking at it from where we stand, it seems inevitable. But that could be hindsight. How many of us actually saw it coming? Either way, I don't think the Chantry will ever recover.
Someone just sent me a video to, like, the trailer for the new Dragon Age. I'm just like, oh my gosh. But I can't watch it right now, because I'm streaming.
What do you think of the Inquisition's cause?
But, oh my gosh, there's gonna be another Dragon Age in 2021!
But that's not the end of it, is it? Not by a half. The Lady Seeker believes we are restoring the Chantry. Others say it needs reform.
Yeah,
I don't know
I will.
where you stand on the matter.
I will still
I'll
remember
admit I haven't
Dragon
made
Age
up
by
my mind either.
2021. Do you realize how many times I've played these games? You probably don't.
What do you think of Haven?
It's a war camp that was once a pilgrim's refuge. It's the state of the world, though, isn't it? Holy ground turned into a battlefield. Pity about that temple. Would have been nice to see it.
Yeah, Barry. It's like the mini except for Christmas colors.
What do you think of my advisors?
Josephine's lovely.
Didn't even know that.
Craftier than you'd expect. The Inquisition could not have picked a better ambassador.
Alright. Bye-bye.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish.
You are, after all, in charge.
Yep, and don't you forget it, the tiny little female elven mage is in charge. Iron Bull, this is a Kunari now.
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
Yes.
I've got no problem with normal magic, but Tevinter goes beyond all reason.
I know,
Yep.
right? The Vints are always pushing. Anyway, I hope our new friends have what it takes to close the breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it.
Then turn around and look somewhere else. Prim?
Nice work at Redcliffe. I could help the mages learn to work with Inquisition soldiers if you like. Not that the chief has any apostates in the group.
I'd like to know
I
more
love
about the
Prim
Iron
so
Bull.
much.
The chief.
Great.
First time I met him, he saved my life. I never thought I'd work for a Canary, but he grows on you. He's not like any commander I've ever worked for. That's for damn sure.
How's Iron Bull as a commander?
If you know what you're doing and hold up your end, he's easy. He doesn't accept any less. If he keeps us alive, he leads from the front, and if you've an idea that'll win the fight, he listens. I've seen bands whose captains had to prove they were swinging the biggest sword. Bull isn't like that. The charges might give him more lip than you'd expect, but every one of us would lay down our lives for the big ass.
How did a Tevinter soldier wind up in a Kunari spy's mercenary company?
I wasn't a soldier at the time.
Very interesting
I was
question.
in some trouble, trying to flee Tevinter. A tribune and his men caught me in a border town tavern. They meant to make an example of me. Bull killed them. Gave up his eye doing it. Patched me up and asked if I was looking for work. I've been putting up with his jokes ever since.
Like
That's
the
how he
jokes
lost
about
the
how
eye.
Krim is a classy
Yes.
guy.
The guards had me on the tavern floor when Bull
It's
came
funny
inside
when
and
you
yelled for him
realize
to
his name isn't
stop.
classy.
One of them saw trouble coming and figured he'd finish me off. The guard had a flare. Bull put himself between me and the blow. Bighorned idiot. Didn't even know me.
Is it strange to work for a Kunari?
He hasn't tried to convert us to the Qun, if that's what you're asking. Bull's charges don't care who you light a candle for, so long as your shield stays up. If he hadn't told me he was Ben Hasrath, I'd have thought he'd left that life behind.
I didn't expect he'd tell you all that he was a spy.
Not the whole band, but those who've been around long enough to trust.
He
figures
straight up
most
told
of
me
us
the
will
first
find
time I
out
met
sooner or
him.
later, and it should come from him. Eyes to eye, he says. It's never messed up a job. He just writes letters back home. Lots of the boys write letters back home.
We'll talk later.
I like Krim. Okay, now to talk to Solus is up here. Let's see what he has to say. Wait, no. I keep forgetting I have Sarah. Sarah!
Well, that's mages all over. So many robes, I bet all of Ferelden lost their curtains. I'll just be the other side of Haven, just in case.
Do you have a problem with our new allies? With mages?
No problem with mages. You're fine, right? My problem is magic. If mages sat on their hands, everything would be fine. I mean, yay, freedom. Great for them. Over there, away from me.
Yeah, she's scared of magic.
Go on.
She's just a very colorful person, as you can tell by her bright red tunic and plaid weave pants. Hi, if you're making it really obvious you want to talk to me, you've done a great job.
So we have gained the mages. Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach. You are certain
You
you
would know.
experienced time travel. Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
I've been to the Fade before. I'd know it.
Point taken. What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witness.
So many were dead. More had been corrupted. Knowing what will happen if we fail.
I suggest we not fail. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
Maybe you should give them. This is your fault. Oh, I forgot Dorian stands over here. Dorian!
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halamsharal? Cows milking farmers?
Give me time. I'm sure I'll surprise you.
I suspect that's untrue. Unless you strip yourself naked and allow the Chantry to flog you into repentance. Now, that would surprise me. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given Southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
I will flirt with Dorian.
If that means they're anything like you, I approve.
Harmless flirting.
There aren't many mages back home like me.
I'd believe that.
I never fit in. Bloodstains are so difficult to clean, you see.
We're doomed to a future of blood magic, then.
Not at first. But you'd be a fool not to see where this could lead. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed. By inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
Not using it as a source of inspiration.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a mage from Tevinter, you mean?
Beyond that, yes.
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
Flirting.
I'm well aware of your finer qualities.
It makes him like you
Believe
better.
Of course you are. You're a discerning and intelligent woman.
I just love their friendship so much.
What was I talking about? Ah, yes, me. I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
Nope.
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see?
There's some other things.
I'm getting the
You find
impression
that later,
you don't
though.
care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've fallen because pretending is easier. We pretend the Qunari can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
It just seems... So much of what you say about the Imperium is entirely negative.
It might sound that way. For all our faults, my people have many virtues. We are laden with history and culture. Tevinter is where Thedas truly began, remember? We treasure our past and preserve it. You can walk down a side street and find nothing built during the modern ages. And
That's
despite
amazing.
appearances, we care deeply about everything. We have no reserve, not in war and not in love. If I truly believed my homeland was beyond all hope, I wouldn't miss it so much.
What did you mean by generations of careful breeding?
Many reasons I love Dorian.
Don't have children.
One of them is
They refine
he's...
traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was chosen
He loves
for
the
my
good
father
parts of his
because
home
magic
and wants
runs
to get rid
strongly
of
in
the
their
not so
blood.
good parts.
Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium.
Oh my gosh, Dorian is the Archon? Yes.
A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
Why remain with the Inquisition? Why not go back to Tevinter?
I'm not exactly welcome back home. Not that it matters. I'm quite accustomed to being a pariah. It adds to my charm. I can do more for Tevinter here. If the Venatori succeed, it'll set my homeland back 1,000 years. I'm sure some magisters would disagree, but that's why we kill them.
Yep.
I think I've heard enough.
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself.
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Not yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy.
I will.
He hardly
He's
deserves
useful.
it for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
Pardon me. Around this way.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him.
Yes, yes, I know. Magic. Serve.
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Rico.
Can I go visit Alexius down here? What's in here? Oh yeah, I got Sarah to unlock everything. Because I'm not a rogue. Something about Andraste, Disciples of Andraste, Black City. Oh, sweet. Yes. That was pointless. This has stuff in it. Took we. This misplaced note about eating a pagan. Alexius is down in the cells, you say? Are you sure? Or are there more cells that I don't know about yet? Why are there so many cells? This is a chantry. Why are there so many cells?
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin.
And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your Illyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement.
The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics. We hope to convince them it is a necessary one as well.
Hi.
I'll take my leave. Good day.
Yeah,
Who
we
is
need
she,
more lyrium.
Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's mages.
Yep.
According to Lady Corbin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
Yep.
How?
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anticipated. We are becoming a challenge.
They should take us
Sadly,
seriously
the
for
remaining
once.
Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power instead of comforting the masses.
The Chantry should be a place of hope, not another group scrambling for answers.
That must be its strength again. The Chant did much to bridge nations. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Vara, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andraste's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
I suppose a shared faith can be useful when talking with strangers.
Precisely. And these similar interests are
Sometimes
merely
it's the
where
best
we
way to
begin.
start making
We
friendships with
must
people
learn to
around you
think
is find
beyond
one
our
thing
own
that you
walls
have
to
in
secure
common and
peace
you
and
can always
faith.
talk about.
The Inquisition will have plenty of time for that between finding the Divine's murderer and sealing the breach.
Busy as we are, I do have a question for you, if you've a moment. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
I don't know.
Will my answer change your reply to the Chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra, Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We should decide
That's
soon.
comforting.
The revered mothers don't seem to know what to make of you.
I'd tell the Chantry I was saved by circumstance, not divine intervention.
Yet as rumors your Andraste's herald grow, the Grand Clerics may not believe such a humble reply. A difficult situation, and I thank you for your answer. A good day to you.
Yeah.
What may I do for you?
What do the people make of us?
Okay,
Despite
so
us
nothing.
saying we're low on steadfast allies, we must aim for more.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
Alright, so the real question is...
Thank you for hurrying with the potions. We have so many injured.
Do I have time to go on to the next section? Yeah, no, that's gonna take a while. So, thanks everyone for hanging out. It is always very, very much appreciated. I enjoy having y'all here. And I'll be back either sometime this weekend with the next section, which is In Your Heart Shall Burn. Oh, I love the name of these sections. It's man, they're so great. But yeah, thanks. Y'all are awesome, and I will see y'all later.